There are so many different ways to light your scene and a variety of tools to affect your cinematography that it can be quite overwhelming. Natural light, LEDs, golden hour, what on earth is a Fresnel? If you're just starting out in filmmaking, then this video is for you. I'm Tom from FXhome by Artlist, and today I'm going to show you all the types of light that you can find on a film set and the key points throughout the day that you can use for natural light. Let's start by talking about what's free and always available for you, natural light. Noon. If you're solely relying on natural light, then noon is probably not going to be the best time for you. The light will be harsh and create shadows under the eyes, and accentuate every wrinkle and blemish on the face. Not to mention there is the possibility of overexposing different parts of your image if you're not fully prepared. That's not to say that you can't film at noon. Use it to your advantage for genres such as westerns and war films, as the midday sun can be viewed as very realistic. But you will find that you will need to diffuse that light. Overcast. Because the sun is scattered by the clouds, the lighting is very evenly lit and just bounces everywhere. This results in a light that is soft and even with little contrast, meaning no hard shadows. It's natural diffusion. Sunrise and sunset. Golden hour, or magic hour, takes place during the hour before sunset or the first hour after the sun rises, but it's more like 20 minutes. Many photographers and filmmakers love this type of light, myself included. Gorgeous, warm, soft light is cast at these times of the day. The light is flattering in any direction you use, whether it's by the side, used as a backlight, or directly facing. The downsides are that the light doesn't last too long. Like I said, it's called magic hour, but it is more like 20 minutes. So if you're planning to shoot during sunrise or sunset, you're gonna have to move fast, because I imagine your crew won't be thrilled if you've dragged them out of bed and you've missed the sunrise. Right, let's talk about the pros and cons. So the pros on natural light, well, it's free, it's everywhere. The cons are it's unpredictable, there's always going to be a strong light direction, and not to mention time restrictions. The sun is always moving and shifting, so your team is going to have to adapt in order to keep up. With that being said, how can you use natural light? Choosing the right locations and gear is going to be a huge help, because preparation is key. Using solely natural light sources for your film doesn't mean that you can't modify the light in whatever way you want. It just means that you have to get creative with how you adapt and modify the light to your needs. Reflectors, for example, are one of the best tools that you can employ, since they allow you to bounce light to exactly where you need in the frame. Now that we've looked at the natural options, let's take a look at the lamps that are available on set. But first, if you are enjoying this video, then please do like and subscribe to the channel. We do these tutorials weekly, so we'd hate for you to miss out on the next fun topic. And if you have an idea for a tutorial, then please do let us know down in the comment section. It really helps us out and lets us know what you're interested in learning. I feel like a bit of a mad scientist in this environment. It's a little, welcome to my laboratory. Let's talk about a couple of options of different lamps that you can use for your production. HMIs are incredibly powerful, so much so that they can actually recreate daylight. They can also light huge environments in one big blast. They're very powerful and you can feel the heat coming off them almost immediately. This in particular is a 1.2K. That is overkill for any small productions. This is just the big brother of them all. There are many other variations which come in a lower watt, which are far more fitting for indie productions. They produce a near perfect color rendition. However, the downside of it is their bulbs. These things, although powerful, are incredibly temperamental. If I was to shake this too much, it would break. So you really need to wrap these in cotton wool and avoid an earthquake. With these type of lights, I do recommend you wearing heat-resistant gloves, as they get hot. And these barn doors in particular, they can hurt. Depending on how long they've been in the cupboard, you'll also smell burning dust. The rigid pattern on these is called Fresnel. It kind of diffuses and distributes the light in different ways. You'll actually see this a lot on lighthouses. Softboxes are incredibly easy to come by, and for the low budget filmmaker, you can find them very, very cheap. Inside the softbox is a reflective material which is then covered up by diffusion. Their whole purpose is to evenly diffuse the light. I'm actually using one right now to light my face. It's very pretty. You'll often see these with vlogs and interviews because they distribute the light evenly. The downside is they're not very powerful. You can't exactly light a room with them, so you need the light to be as close to your subject as possible. LEDs are probably the most common on set. LEDs are a collection of small individual bulbs that collectively create a powerful source of light. You can use batteries to power them, which makes them portable and slick, so there are no hazardous, messy cables on your productions. Coming in a different range of styles, sizes, and colors, these lights are versatile as they come. No matter what you need, LEDs definitely have a solution. There are so many options for LEDs that you can definitely find one to work within your space. So, now that we've gone through the types of lamps, let's talk about the pros and cons. Pro is of course going to be the fact that you can control the light within your environment. Even the setup I'm in right now, these colors and tones are completely possible thanks to these lights, and I can sit here for hours if I really wanted to. I won't because I need to finish this video. All of these lights are to assist with your cinematography and improve your scene. The cons really come down to the type of light that you are after. Many of these are quite expensive, they can require a lot of power and be hazardous on set. There are so many ways for you to light your scene, but at the end of the day, you need to do what's right for your budget and what is going to affect your atmosphere. You can create a beautiful image using just natural daylight as shown in things like The Revenant, or you can go completely the other way and add neon color and lights and vibrance with the support of LEDs or maybe even an HMI. I can even attach a light to a light. They're so versatile. This one's magnetic. Oh no, I broke it. I really enjoyed making this episode and I hope that has come across and you found something that is helpful. This was also requested by you guys, so if there is something that you want to see in the future, do let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.